I know this is not necessarily exciting times, but I told y'all I'm trying to get in the habit of documenting my life. And that includes the most random shit, like getting onions and potatoes at Whole Foods for Whole Foods Adventures. Okay, I think that I feel like this is good. Okay, white onion. And now I need some potatoes, garlic, and ginger. And then we are pretty solid on the soup. I gotta go. Oh my god, why the fuck is this plastic so hard to open? Like, I'm struggling. What the fuck? Oh my god. Okay, there we go. Now I'm trying to hold this in my face too. All right, I'm gonna put you down by the onions. I'm really trying this routine shit for real. Okay, now we can go. All right, these are some small ass potatoes. I don't know. Is this all the potatoes they got here? This is a little bit disappointing. I'm not even gonna lie. Okay, but you know what? These are gonna be easier to chop up. I like these kinds of potatoes. Now I need garlic and ginger. Okay. What I'm not gonna do is... Oh, it says a pound. I was gonna say, absolutely not. $6.99 for one piece of garlic. I was gonna be like, the fuck no. But, it's a pound, and I don't need a pound. I just need one, like, bulb. I feel like this looks good. Yeah. All right, now I just need the ginger. Ooh. Okay. Oh my god, I'm so annoyed. Okay. I get annoyed quickly. Can you tell I have an Aries placement? Okay. We are on the search for ginger. Where the fuck is the ginger? You would think that would be next to the root vegetables, right? Like the other potatoes and shit. You would think it would be like up here with all the other things like this. But it's not. Okay. Where the fuck is the ginger? Maybe it's... But nobody's refrigerating ginger. That doesn't make sense. This is not my first time shopping for ginger. I don't know what the hell is going on right now. Okay. I'm just taking y'all along with me. Trying to be cute at this point. I'm just trying to find the fucking ginger. And I feel like this should not be this difficult right now. Oh, I hate it here. Look. Ginger. Alright. What do I even want? That's the problem. I really should have had a grocery list, and I thought about making a grocery list. I really did. And then it didn't happen, and now I'm here, and I'm like, I don't want to spend too much money because the bitch is trying to save. Oh my god. I don't even want to share that with y'all because that's actually kind of crazy. The amount of parking tickets that I have. It's bad. So I can't be willy-nilly with my finances. That being said, I do need bread. I mean, I guess. I'm just gonna go with this. Alright, so I got the bread. I feel like now I just need snacks. That's really what it is. I need snacks. What I love is salt and vinegar. Salt and vinegar does it for me. And I did want some like chips and salsa because I feel like that's like, it's good. Okay. Y'all either gonna really fuck with these angles or not. I don't know what to tell you. I don't have a setup that's like making sense right now, so it is what it is. But I have salt and vinegar chips, but I'm like halfway through the bag already. Um, this is what I'm looking at. All the fucking chips. Some random dude just tried to jump in the video, but he missed it. LOL. Okay. Salsa. All right, this is what I want. Salsa. I can't say I'm loyal to a salsa, so y'all might just have to put me on some really good salsa. I don't like super hot salsa, to start there. I love cilantro. I do love a salsa verde, and I don't like fruit in my salsa. The fuck? I'm really picky, guys. It's a problem. I'm not really on that queso shit either. Which is just cheese, which is stupid because I actually do like cheese. But like, this is what I'm talking about. I don't like this shit. You know what I'm saying? Cheese dip. Sorry guys. Okay, I really just want one that has like a bunch of cilantro in it. And there was one at Sprouts that was like a cilantro salsa. And I was like, yes, should have got it. And I was like, oh, they'll have something better at Whole Foods. I'm here and I'm not finding anything better. Okay. I probably need to take my ass to Trader Joe's for real, for the snacks. Like, because I love their butter popcorn and jalapenos. And I be feeling like Trader Joe's be having the snacks for real. Oh, that was loud. Okay. Alright, I think I might be done here. I really just needed to get the stuff for the soup because I have what I'm making for lunch. And then I already have most of my like breakfast stuff. So I think I just need to, oh my God. So loud. Okay. I'm overstimulated in fucking Whole Foods, y'all. Because there was an employee and they had this really loud, like, fucking handheld radio, walkie-talkie. Anyway, it was just very loud. And it was causing me to feel overstimulated for a second. Just like, whew. Okay. I think I'm done here. Too much going on for me. All right. I've been stopped by the pasta. Okay. Let me stop while I'm ahead. I'll see y'all in the car. Okie dokie. So I know I said that I was gonna meet you guys in the car, but I'm at home now. And I already started cooking because it took all of my energy to like actually cook and not just put everything in the refrigerator and leave it there for a couple days. So what I've done so far is I have all of my like vegetables and things. So my kale, my cilantro, my potatoes, and my green onions soaking in baking soda, vinegar, and water. So that's soaking right now. I already cut up some onions, and now I need to cut up some garlic and chop it up and put it in the pot that is on very low heat behind me. And then I'm gonna cut up some ginger, and that's where I'm at right now. So what I'm not about to do is film all of this and talk through it because I don't have the stamina for that. But what I am gonna do is check in when I've hit milestones in this, because it takes a while for me to make this. And also for it to like simmer, but it's so good and it's so healthy. And honestly, because I'm trying to get better about eating 3 meals a day when I can't or don't, this is really, really super, super good to like provide me with like a lot of nutrients, and I be needing the nutrients. So right now I have this garlic bulb, which I'm probably not even gonna use like that much of it, to be honest, because I do like a lot of garlic, but I also hate chopping garlic. To be honest, I don't really like cooking that much, but I am growing a desire to be to nourish myself really is what it is. You know what's so interesting is I've been like low-key a little bit obsessed with sidereal astrology because I have such a different chart in sidereal. But like low-key, it's making a lot of sense. And I'm kind of a little shook. So today when I was at work, supposed to be working, I was in fact looking at the transit chart from my sidereal chart. And I noticed that in my sidereal chart, I have Saturn in Capricorn in the 6th house. In my Western chart, it's in my 5th house. But in sidereal, it's in my 6th house. So it's still in the same sign, thank God. But it's in my 6th house, which means that Saturn natally wants structure and discipline around my like routines and my habits. Now, to be quite honest, I've my entire life resisted discipline and consistency and structure around my daily habits. Part of it was just like lifestyle, and the other part was just like, just this feeling of like, I don't know how to describe it. If I do the same thing over again, my life will be very boring. And like, I feel like I need to feel a sense of adventure about my life. And so I'm like just now getting to the point in my life where I'm realizing that I like actually need structure and I need consistency in order to have like a really solid launching pad to feel adventurous about my life versus having a chaotic foundation and trying to adventure, but then also being worried because certain things aren't in place. You know what I'm saying? So I say that to say I kind of feel a little reassured that I have a domicile Saturn, which just means Saturn is at home in that sign of Capricorn because it rules it over my 6th house, because it makes me feel encouraged, because it's like, okay, well, if I just have structure, like eating 3 times a day, which is something I don't do normally. I'm trying to get better about it. But if I'm eating 3 times a day, eating protein, I'm getting up at a certain time every morning, I'm like making space for the things that I want to do, it actually creates the foundation that I want so that I can feel free in other areas of my life. Which, to be quite honest, in my natal Western chart, my 6th house is still ruled by Saturn, it's just in Aquarius, which is a bit avant-garde. So it's still Saturn, but it's very weird because on the one hand, in sidereal, my 6th house is ruled by Capricorn, Saturn, and then my Western is also ruled by Saturn, but in Aquarius. And I think I've always been a bit like, I've not fully understood what it meant to have like a Saturn ruled 6th house. But now that I'm like maturing and I'm past my Saturn return, I think I have an idea of like what that means for me. And even for Aquarius and my Western chart, it's still Saturn, but it's the part of Saturn that likes like unconventional. But Saturn still wants a level of like consistency and discipline, even if the schedule is like my own creation, right? Because that's that Aquarius, that unique individualness. So I say all of that to say that I'm trying to be consistent. And most days I am failing at it, but I am learning to, please don't laugh at how I'm chopping this garlic. It's really bad, but at least it's getting cut up. But I'm starting to do more days where I'm consistent than less days where I'm consistent. Because let me tell you, I did not want to cook right now. I didn't even want to turn on this camera, to be for real. But again, I keep telling y'all I'm new to documenting my life, and I think it's important for me to just turn it on and start and just film as much as I can and then edit what I feel like I need to edit than to like try to start off curated, because I don't be wanting to share anything, you know? But this is me getting out of my comfort zone and chopping up all of this garlic. And I still have like a whole other thing to like chop up too. Like I should probably do at least like 2 more of these. Every time I do this recipe, I low-key wing it. So it's the same ingredients every time, but like how much of each ingredient I put like literally varies. So I feel like the first time I made this was the best. I don't think it's hit the same sense. But I feel like I'm figuring out like what I like. And mostly it's the seasoning parts that is different, because I just be like hand measuring it. I just be doing vibes. I don't have any like direct measurements for any of this like recipe. And really it just came out of being on TikTok and seeing the girlies talk about like soup in the morning, like a savory soup in the morning is really good for your digestive system. And I felt like I could meal prep that, and it felt like pretty easy. So I started doing it and it was so good. And then it just became a consistent thing for the most part. I've definitely gone a couple weeks without making this, but whenever I do, I don't regret it. So that's good. Okay. I'm almost done with this one garlic. Done with the garlic, and when I'm done with the ginger, I'll pop back in. Okay, so now I have cut up all of my onions, I cut up all the ginger, I cut up all the garlic, and I've chopped up all of my chicken, and I've added my bone broth. So this is the bone broth that I use. I get it from Sprouts, and I do the organic beef, and then I do the organic chicken, and I mix them together because I feel like they taste really good together. And this is very gelatinous. So I don't get the bone broth that's like liquid. None of that. If it's bone broth, it has to be gelatinous, because I want all the nutrients in it. Like, what's the point of getting fucking bone broth if it's just like water? Like, it's lightly flavored water. I don't know. I really like it. The first time I actually had gelatinous bone broth, I got it from a Korean market, and it came in a bag, and it was just like Jello, but it was like bone broth. So anyway, I say all that to say that this is the bone broth that I use, and I just use, it's a half a pint of each. So that's what I use. I already added all of the seasonings, which it's just like a medley of stuff of whatever I have. So it's literally gonna vary, but I typically do like a garlic salt, an onion salt. I do Celtic salt because it has more minerals. So this is the salt that I use. And it's the chunky kind, and it's the Vital Mineral Blend. And I love this salt, and you don't need a lot of it because it's really salty. It's really fucking salty. And then I use this onyx black pepper, and it's really fucking good. So that's the type of time I'm on right now. So that's all over there simmering, and as Nara Smith would say, getting to know each other. What I have here though is all of my greens and veggies that I am adding. So I have the kale, which honestly, this is not the kind of kale that I normally use, but this is all Whole Foods had that I wanted to try. My cilantro, my green onions, and then my potatoes. I'm gonna do potatoes last because cutting up potatoes, if you know, you know. But I'm gonna add my cilantro, I'm gonna add my kale, and I'm gonna add my green onions, potatoes. Once all of that's added, I'll bring you guys back in and show you what it looks like when it's all simmering, and then we're fucking done. Honestly, this is taking so long, but that's okay. I'm going to be very grateful that I put in the time in 2 days when I'm not gonna wanna cook, and I already have it ready for me to heat up. So I just want to update you guys on where I'm at, and all right, this is the soup. It now needs to simmer, but there's potatoes, onions, kale, chicken, a lot of seasoning, cilantro, green onions, ginger, garlic, and this is like my go-to very nutritionally dense dinner. Sometimes I'll have it in the morning too, and it really is just like super supportive of like healthy digestion. But yeah, this is my soup. Okay, I am chilling in my room. I'm letting my soup simmer, for like another hour or so. And yeah, I'm just chilling and contemplating my life as I'm quite literally always doing. And just even the fact that I'm like starting this journey of just like sharing, and hopefully like you guys will enjoy, at minimum, watching me, at maximum you getting something valuable out of the shit that I say. And it's crazy. I don't think anyone, and maybe I've shared this before, but I feel like people don't share how weird it is to start like documenting your life and to start, you know, feeling things out, not feeling things out, but like documenting your life, putting yourself out there, not just in public, but just like the vulnerability of just like sharing a life, my life, you know, like I've definitely lived majority of my life not like pretty to myself. Like I'm pretty, I like, I don't even, I don't want to say I enjoy being by myself, but I'm definitely comfortable by myself. Like I'm definitely okay by myself. Like I'm definitely like, all right, like, you know what I mean? Like this is it. Like I do think I need alone time. Like I do think I need to be like by myself. But I think it has also come out of like survival. I think it's also come out of like just not like having to be alone and like having to learn how to be okay with it, having to learn how to like be comfortable with it. And so that's like a thing that I'm like trying to like process. What does it look like to open myself up and be more vulnerable and share more of myself and to invite people in, you know? And it's not something that comes easy or natural to me. Definitely not fucking filming in Whole Foods, like the fuck. But like I have to start a new habit. And I think that that's the part that's weird that I don't feel like I hear people say. It's just like the habit of starting. And I'm the kind of person, like I can't try to like curate something for you guys. Like it's just gonna come off fake. Like it's not gonna come off authentic. Like, so just like getting in the mindset of just like sharing and documenting majority of my life, and not majority, like a good bit of it though, like the parts that I think will be supportive and helpful. But I am filming like a lot of stuff, so it's a journey, and this is like my first time doing this. And if you guys like resonate with me, if you like this, then definitely like, definitely subscribe, definitely share, I guess. I think I want my YouTube to be a source of like support and comfort for people. Like, you know, you have people and you just like hearing them talk and they're just like in the background and you just have them on and you're just like living life, and you just like, I hope to be that for people. Like I hope that people enjoy, laugh, maybe even cry with me, do yoga with me, breathe with me, do affirmations with me, because affirmations are a big part of like my healing journey. And I think it's a great way to like begin to like change ourselves in the ways that we want to change. And yeah, and just being more open, you know. Again, I've said multiple times, I'm a Scorpio moon. I don't want people to know shit about me for real. But I do think that there's value. And so I hope you find value. And I hope that you like following me around as I like talk shit and like be mad at traffic and like get regenerative cheese from Whole Foods and do my job, but also like my health journey and like taking care of myself and figuring out what that means and what that looks like. I'm excited in some ways, and then I'm also very nervous in other ways. And also just like me as an artist, like I'm a whole ass like artist. And by artist, I mean that I am giving myself permission to create what I want to create and letting myself like evolve. And it's really just like an act of like loving my little inner child by I've always been creative and I always have loved the arts, but I just never felt like I had a consistent outlet for it. And so now that I'm an adult and I can like create that space for myself, that's where that painting it's from. And then the one that I'm like not finished with, but I've this one that I'm like currently working on right now. So yeah, I I'm doing it. I'm fucking doing it. So follow along, I guess. Early because I need to create and submit my ops deck. And then I have to organize some stuff for my business. That's like my business, not what I do for work. And continue to practice building routine and structure in my life because I'm not arrived. I have not arrived, but I am arriving. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I'm just talking now and I should probably just like call it a night. So I'm going to call it a night and just see you guys on the next video. Peace out.